I'm a Christian dude, and I've been through a long journey. I didn't always believe, or whatever you want to call it. I just it's just something that I sort of like in my journey and in my path I came across, and and then since then, it's been something that's kind of confirmed in my life as a reality, and something that I try to stick with or whatever. It doesn't mean I'm perfect or anything, but it does mean that I've seen things in my life that I can't explain or whatever. So it's very interesting, the whole idea of it, because I feel like people have their preconceived notion of what a Christian is supposed to do, or what they're not supposed to do, or how they're supposed to act or whatever. But it's hard to explain when it's like, man, these are things I really believe. It's not like my mom and dad taught me, and then I'm just following blindly. I sing about the struggles I've been through. I sing about my father passing away a couple years ago. I sing about the questions I have, the answers I've had. I sing about the tunnel and the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing. Because I am only human, and I'm trying. I'm figuring it all out as I go. I'm not. I think Christians have the worst case of like they know everything. Everything's done. Everything's complete and concrete, and it's like we're only humans. Like our brains are, we'll never understand fully the trueness of God and the trueness of even a bunch of stuff, and that's fine with me. I'm not an Americanized Christian. I'm just a Christian. I'm just a guy who believes, and so what does that mean? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out what that means, not like what America says I should be doing, or in your case Finland says is right or wrong. Like, just traveling down that road, and like for me, I'm just trying the best. I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I'm not saying that I've got it all figured out, guys. I got the whole shebang. I just every day I try to do a good thing, and try to stay that path, and but it's a very pleasurable thing. It's very satisfying, for me and for what I'm doing. So I think there's as you said, America's big. I think there's a whole batch of folks that they just buy whatever they sell, whatever a preacher says they do. No questions asked. They just blindly go. But having said that, there's also a huge load of people that immediately will hear the word like, oh, this person's a Christian, and they just think they're bonkers. And I get it. I understand, because there's been so many people who have claimed Christianity who have been bonkers. I think there are people who accept it and just go along, but there's also people who are the exact opposite. They don't even give it a chance if they hear a Christian. Even with us, sometimes people hang out with us or whatever, and then they'll kind of like admit later, once we're all friends, or like, yeah, I thought you guys were gonna be a lot different. I thought, because their experiences are not always pleasant, and then they realize we're just humans, and we're just we hang out, we do like there's nothing. We're not weird. Well, we're weird, but we're not weird because of I attempt to do the things that I truly believe in, and it's a real belief. It's not, like I said, it's not something that I'm just like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I don't know why, but I'm supposed to do it. Like, I question everything. I'm not an easy I'm not an easy believer. You know what I mean? It took me a long time to get to this point. Let's say that. You know, so. But I get it. You know, I've encountered enough Christians in my life that I'm just like annoyed by it. You know, that I get it. I understand why people are just immediately turned off. You know, but I can't help what I believe. I can't help what I've experienced in my life. You know, so I'd only be lying to myself if I acted like any different. You know, so.